takes slow. The night gets deep. Your silhouette a secret I keep. Whispers crawl where the shadows lead. Velvet skies, your name's a song.
Hey, welcome back to Sacred and Naked. I'm Charity, your sacred intimacy guide. And if you are looking for an intimate view on healing or love, all things love, self-love or partnered love, or if you simply need a reminder that you are not alone, you have come to the right place. Welcome to my safe space. Tonight, I want to talk about access. Since I have opened my intimate space up, like I'm doing a podcast on my healing and my perspective, and I'm in my bedroom, in my bed, and I'm very welcoming and feminine and sensual and sexual, and I've put myself out there on a public platform that, like, I am receiving different masculine, like, suitors or, pursuits or whatever, that have this certain idea, right, of me. And so they pursue, that idea of me, and it does not go the way that they expect for it to go. Okay. I talked about the young fella who, just, kept wanting to send like his dick, to me, and like, wanted a relationship, and I think a different type of relationship, I know a different type of relationship than what I wouldn't even say I even wanted a relationship. He pursued me and wanted, a relationship with me, a certain relationship with me. Okay. But he's not the only one. I've experienced this several different times. Right. And so I think what is hard might not be the right word, but what I don't understand is the expectation. Okay. Like, I am all these things that you see. Welcoming. I'm warm. I'm safe. I am feminine and sensual and sexual and vulnerable, transparent, all these things, right? I am that. But that's the only side of me that you guys see. There's other parts of me that you don't see. And so when you see what you like and you create this charity, your version of charity in your mind, from what you see and what you've experienced on your end, on that other side of your phone or your computer or however you're watching me. And then you reach out to me, you DM me or whatever, which is you pursuing me. This is not me pursuing you. This is you pursuing me. And you have this certain thing that you want, right? Regardless of a sexual experience or an emotional experience or whatever that experience is that you want from me, I am not obligated to quench that thirst for you and be that person that you want me to be. So I have an example, another one, because we talked about the young fella and the dick pic. Okay, so I have had, because he may not even watch anymore because I guess he's upset, with, who I end up being now in his reality. I had a viewer who was a big supporter of the podcast, and this may be what he wants, by the way. So I might be giving you the attention that you want. So he's a big supporter. I mean, he commented on every video. He commented on every clip that like I posted on social media, and that's how he got my attention. Okay, and then he started to DM me, and okay, so we're having I love conversation. I'm a conversationalist. Let's talk. Like I'm cool with that. And so we're having conversation, and getting to know each other. Like he'll have questions, or we're getting to know each other, and we talked about some, I wouldn't even say intimate things. I mean, I guess intimate, but nothing that's like too intimate or too vulnerable, because it's the same type of stuff that I talk about on my podcast. And so I posted, and I think this conversation exchange may have gone like maybe 2 or 3 months. Maybe I've been doing the podcast for 6 or 7 months, so it's fairly, it wasn't that long. Now he's been commenting since I started, but like he didn't like reach out intimately or personally until maybe a few months ago. So I post something about like, I want to say like the spiritual attachments that come from sex. Okay. This is something that I'm very, very passionate about. If you know me, like if you really know me personally, you know that like how I feel about sex. Like sex is a spiritual and energetic exchange, not just a physical sexual exchange, right? I'm very passionate about it. Like I'm very, very passionate about it. And so I posted something on that, and it's just in my stories, and he disagreed. And he told me why he disagreed. And then I disagreed with his statement and told him why. And then he got upset, and he told me that I was like attacking him, like making digs, like a personal attack, which is not true because I don't know him. Like I don't know him well enough, right? So what happened after that was we spent a day and a half voice messaging each other and long texting each other, having this conversation about how offended he was by my response. And I was upset with myself because why am I even having this conversation? Like, why am I wasting my time? Like, I don't know you well enough to make a personal dig. I don't know you well enough to owe you the emotional labor that you are putting me through by this, your feelings being hurt by like my response. Okay. And he said things like, he just wanted to, or he believes that, people have conversations and talk out disagreements in hopes that, they would have a mutual understanding. And I understand that, but we don't have a relationship in that way for me to have to labor through this like the way that I'm doing right now. And I told him, like, I don't have an investment in this exchange. You pursued me. You reached out to me. You saw something you liked on the other end in your world of that phone or the computer, whatever you're watching me on. You see something you like, and you pursue that, right? Whatever the version of me is that you like. I didn't pursue you. So this is not a mutual relationship. I don't have any investment in here. I don't know what you look like. You said your name is this. I don't know if that's true. Like, I don't have a connection to you in that way. So I don't owe you anything. The problem with this seeing what you like and creating this, ideal world or persona of this, whatever, is that it takes away from my other characteristics that I have that you guys don't know anything about. You know what I mean? Am I sensual, sexual, warm, welcoming, loving, healing, understanding, feminine, submissive? Yes, I am all of those things. I vulnerable, transparent, all of those things. I'm all of those things. I'm also other things. Like a number of, I don't even have to say all these other, I'm also other things, right? And so when I don't meet your expectation, now what? This person's no longer engaged in my content, like no comments, none of that, could have unsubscribed, could have blah, blah, blah. Now for me, I don't give a fuck. And not that I don't care about my viewers and not that I don't care, but like, it's unfair that you pursue me with this expectation and then what? It's not a mutual space. It's not a, hey, my name is such and such, I like your blah, 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 I would like to have this with you, are you interested in that? And I could say yes, no, blah, blah. It wasn't any of that. It was, hey, I'm a supporter of your podcast, blah, blah, whatever. And then conversation ensue from there. And that's fine. Conversation. And if something comes of that, like something builds from that, cool. But I should have the space to be myself. I should have the space to disagree. Like, just because I am healing and vulnerable about it and feminine and sensual and blah, blah, does not mean I'm agreeable. Like, oh, I'm going to agree with everything you say. Am I understanding? Yes. But I can be understanding and still have my own mind and have my own opinions and speak those opinions. Like, when you opened up the space for discussion because you commented on it, then you open up that space and I have every right to respond, and you don't know me well enough to know that I don't like emotional labor, like especially in a space of non-commitment. Like, I don't know you. And so any kind of emotional labor makes me leave. I retreat if it's not something I'm mutually invested in. So when I stop responding to him, to his DMs and stuff like that, like for me, that's a natural thing for me. But for him, he's probably like, oh, this is not the person that I thought she was. I'm not responsible for the person that you think that I am. I'm very much only responsible for being my most authentic self. And I don't feel like I owe you whatever it is that the reason that you're pursuing me, whether it's sexual, whether it's emotional, whatever it is, that's your desire. That's what you're coming for. If I don't agree with that, if it's not a mutual thing, it's not a mutual thing because I'm not, I'm not pursuing you. You know what I mean? If it's not a mutual thing, then I should be able to just be myself. And if you're truly here to get to know me, in a more intimate way, then you should be able to accept those things. And so when I was talking to my producer about it before the show, he was telling me that I have, two different spectrums of guys that are pursuing. You have the sex, like the men who are used to getting attention from women for whatever the reasons are. Sexual reasons for the most part. Like that's the young fella with the long dick, and the guy just finished meeting up with who eats pussy so well and blah blah blah. Or you have the guys who are not used to having that attention from women, like for whatever reason weren't popular or have these insecurities or whatever, and they're looking to get a fix from that. And I understand why both of those are appealing. I am a woman who's in lingerie in her bed, you know what I'm saying? That's a sexual thing, it could be perceived as a sexual thing. So I understand why the sexually dominant men are pursuing, right? I also understand why the insecure men are pursuing, because I am a safe space. I'm welcoming, I'm understanding, and like I'm into healing and all these things, soft, feminine, all this type of things. And I understand that. And yeah, like I'm both of those things. But I'm a balance of both of those. So the person that's probably best for me, that's going to get the most access, is the one that's in the middle that, has a more balance of sexual and emotional, because that's the type of, for me, that's whole. That's the type of person that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I just felt like, and it's went on for a couple of, maybe a month or so. He kind of disappeared, and I didn't really even want to give him like the satisfaction of, right? But when I've been thinking about like access, like these men that just want access to me, and for different reasons, for whatever the reasons are, it comes with this sort of expectation, and it's almost like I owe you because of, what you see, like what your perception of this person is. I owe you like the reality of that person. And the honest thing about it is, or the realistic thing about it is that I'm more than just this person that you see in front of you. I have a big ego. Like, I have some toxic traits. I'm still healing from some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really still healing from some shit. So like, I also get triggered. Now, I think the difference is I know what my triggers are. I can speak to my own triggers or whatever. But if you want to be in an intimate, emotional relationship with me as a man, and I have father wounds and I'm still dealing with that space, and that like if you openly debate with me, I'm gonna come hard with it because of my inability as a child to speak up for myself. Come on, like that comes from really though a mutual space, a mutual investment. You know what I mean? You can't come at me in a selfish way, and I say selfish because you have your ideals. You have your perception of me that you want to experience, right? But no, you should know that I'm more than just that. Whoever you've created me to be, whoever that experience that you want to have. And I have not just men, I have people all the time, men and women, because women have pursued me too in this, I'm interested in you in a romantic space, or I'm interested in exploring, you or whatever. You have this, I want to experience you. I get that a lot. And the thing is, and I think what I should start, and I have, what exactly do you want to experience? Like, what is it that you want? And I can tell you if that's a possibility or not. Now, I can say it's not possible, and then people still, potentially pursue anyway. Okay, that's on you, and I think I have to do a better job of just shutting it down and not entertaining it. There's a part of me that, of course, I like the attention. Like, this is me being honest with you. Wow, I love the attention. I love it. I love that you want to experience me. Like, but I may not even have the capacity to fulfill what it is you want to experience, because I may not be that person, depending on your experiences, like your life, like your relationships, or whatever, your trauma, or whatever. The person that you have created me to be may not even be real. So it's really not cool for you to be so hell bent on like what your experience of me should be based off your views or your desire. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a space that I'm learning, right? Like, I put myself out there. A lot of things came with that I don't think that I was ready for. Like, I didn't, I've never been in this space, so I didn't know that these are like some things that come with it. Kind of like more money, more problems type shit. Like, I didn't know. But it's helping to grow me, because do I care about y'all? Do I want y'all to come here and I want y'all to get something out of this? Yes. But I do not want to be held to this expectation or this unrealistic expectation. I guess that's what it is, of like being who you want me to be. I'm going to be myself. And this space is for people who are looking to deeper their connections with themselves. That's why I'm so open and so transparent with my experiences, because I'm hoping to inspire you to get curious about your experiences and to deeper your connection with yourself. You know what I mean? So that when you come into a space where you're triggered by something that somebody else does or says, you can know immediately that, like, this is me. This is not them. Like, for the guy who got, upset with me for what I said or how he perceived that I said it or texted it or whatever, that trigger, it was his trigger, his insecurity, his whatever. It had nothing to do with me. Like, I was simply having a conversation the way that we had. Now, am I more passionate about that content? Yes. That doesn't mean I attacked him, though. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to create a space that inspires you to go deeper within. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I nice to look at? Yes. You may be here because you like to see my titties everywhere. Cool. But that's you. But when you pursue me, your ideal of me, when you pursue me, just know I'm not her. There's so much more to me than what you see here every week. Let me know what you think about it. I would love for you to comment, and let me know your experience with, if you had experience like, cause my producer made a good point. Like, it's not just like on a public platform type shit. Like, this could be somebody that you see in the store or whatever that you want to pursue. Like, you this person looks nice, and I think that such and such, blah blah blah, and then you get into a space with them and it's not what you expected. Like, that's because we put our own, based on our experiences, based on our desires, we create this ideal of somebody that, for the most part, probably won't be true. You got to take responsibility for that. And like, when shit don't pan out the way you want it, like, shit, that's on you. Give grace. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker is human. It's more than a pretty face or some good ass sex, or, you know what I'm saying, an understanding, welcoming presence. Like, people have real wounds. You know what I'm saying? They have real, like, toxicity, real triggers, real, like, these are real people. I'm a real person with real shit, like real shit that I go through. Like, you know, so like approach that with understanding and grace. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, if you see this, you know, I'm not going to say I don't notice that you're gone, but you know, if you feel like you had to pull away because of the interaction, then, you know, I think you should own that. Like, I was just being passionate about what I'm passionate about. And I don't apologize for that. I don't apologize that you were offended, because that's not my responsibility. You're responsible for your own triggers. And if we understood that and we own that, like we take responsibility for that, then come on, the world would be so much better. I'm not responsible for your triggers because I didn't cause them. You know what I mean? Anyway, I love y'all, man. And I want you to, you know, stay with us, grow with us, because I think that we're going to do some great shit. You know, I want you to be here from beginning to the end, if there's an end, you know. I love y'all. Till next time. Bye.